Yo, 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 yo. We back for the episode 3 of the Beneath the Surface show. It's your boy Skinny Man Flocka, and to my left.
It's your boy El Jefe, Move Money ENT.
It's your boy Killer, man. Killer.fitness. Talk to me.
And of course, Prada Jones. You already know. Move Money. What's good?
Pardon me. And this week, that's a little liquor break. Pardon me. And this week, I see you fellas looking good again this week as usual.
Look. So I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. Y'all got
Go
a
ahead,
pardon
man.
me.
Ain't no pardon me.
No, for real. I wasn't prepared. I wasn't where I should have been. Nah, so I had to go ahead and cover up what I had on because we ain't sporting them, we ain't repping them. I was on some. I shouldn't even had it on.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
Yeah. So shout out to the homie Rock with the T. You know what I'm saying? $5 he helped me down.
South Orange
I
Drive,
only
right?
paid for it. Don't trip.
All right, talk to me. I got my bro company on, VIP Junk Removal. I wish I could see the back, but I got this sling on, this strap. But, hit him up for any junk removal. He do demolition and all that. 973-801-6234. Mention Killer Fitness and get a percentage off, you heard?
Jones.
Yeah,
See,
That's
you're pretty lacking today.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Is that you know what?
Yeah, I ain't get my custom black
You should have
entrepreneur
went to see
wear.
Rah for the tea.
Do something.
Right.
But you see me,
Y'all right.
I'm pretty distinguished. I'm repping the homie today. To the hard left. To the far left, pardon me.
That other
Yeah.
hard
I got
left.
the Killer Fitness on. I'm
Talk
rocking
to
with
me.
the Killer Fitness. Holla at my
Hey, yo,
man.
that thing look
it's
alright
different.
too, man.
Hey,
That thing
man,
crispy, man. You heard? That's black and cherry
Hey
red.
man, you know how it goes.
Okay.
Y'all know where to get them.
Yeah.
Y'all know
you
where to
do.
find them things.
Definitely, you do. I don't even need to shout it out, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Absolutely.
At Killer.fitness on IG. Follow me. You know what I'm saying? Celebrity trainer.
Shameless plugs.
Yeah.
Hey, look, and I don't never plug my Instagram in, but my Instagram name is Skinny Man Flocka BTS. So yeah, go ahead, holla at that shit.
That's right.
All right.
Get the following.
Get
Yeah,
Get the
yeah.
following the homie right now.
Because he got
now.
17
Follow
followers.
him.
Yeah. No, I
Hey,
got
bro,
16.
Hold on, bro.
16.
Do I follow you, bro?
Follow him.
Y'all crazy.
Skinny Man Flocka BTS.
Heard up.
Yeah.
All right, so let me get some daily news at you brothers, man. Go ahead.
So I'm sorry to be so loud and anxious, but the good brother owes us 2.
Uh-huh.
He been talking about that since the
Yeah.
week 1. He owes
That's
us
facts.
2. So
Hopefully.
would you like to start with your 2?
Yes, I do.
All right, well, go ahead, bro.
I appreciate you, brother. So I got 2, like the brother said. So 1, not sure. I know we're gonna have some viewers, from our communities, and I know some of you guys are aware of the Spires. So today they announced that the rehabilitation of the Spires has they opened and they rehabilitated the whole building. It took 18 months and $172 million, all brand new. Every apartment in there, and I thought that was just really good for the community. Mayor Ras Baraka, along with some of his good friends, made that happen.
Wait.
Hold on. None of the families were displaced during this rehab, which was really good. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
big.
So,
175,
yeah.
195, shit.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Bro, we gonna bleep that out. But my guy,
PG-13.
yeah, my boy cooking. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But yeah, man, I just thought that was dope
Hit
though.
on that brown since
Yeah,
2
he
o'clock.
out here. Don't worry about it. Pick it up. Pick it up, bro.
My bad.
Look, I had a question about that though, because we still freak with the Spies. You know what I'm saying? We go through there every now and then, and I really don't see $172 million worth of rehab.
Hey, yo, you know what it is? So check this out. It's like 5. No. Because I said the same thing. I be thinking like you're gonna get a whole new building of
Word.
concrete.
They put some green around the windows. I mean, around every window.
Don't do that to them, bro. Don't do that to them, bro. Check this out. Every unit though, every unit got rehab, and it's over 555 units. So that's heavy, bro.
Hey, Kill, I'm gonna keep it 100. I was in the Spires last week, and I stepped in dog shit. No,
Well, this is only daily news, man. It came out today, man. It was 18 months. Hopefully, another 18 months they get new bricks, man. They get new
Everybody
bricks.
skimming off the top.
Anybody else got anything to say about that?
Somebody's up 170 million.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna go tomorrow to double check the work. I'm
Yeah,
getting some-
yeah. That little shorty still over there too.
Yeah,
Just go check her out.
Yeah.
All right.
So your other story.
All right, so the good brother here, when he had a story, he spoke on the coronavirus.
Word.
So I just want to give a good update. So I think it's up to like in the United States, it's up to 6 deaths and 3,000. I guess globally. However, the interesting news story that I have is they're saying that the rising of the temperatures could decline the cases and essentially be a solution for the coronavirus. Like, so the spring and the summer weather, they saying all of the scientists and good people, and first off, they're scattering right now. I don't know if y'all know, they're scattering to trying to find exactly a cure and what's going on with the coronavirus. And one of the things popped up was this trend of every time we have diseases or things like that, the trend of warm weather causing it to decline. And I thought that was like, if it's true, I think that's really good because it's so close. I mean, they have 2 cases, one in Fort Lee, and the other one is in Inglewood, which is really, really close, man. You don't know what's going on, but yeah.
So I just wanted to I guess to touch
cooking
on that. Nah, for real.
Nah.
So because generally cold weather keeps infections and viruses keep the spread of it down. So to think that warm weather or a warmer climate would keep the numbers down is kind of, isn't that like counterproductive?
So don't understand the high times for infections and flus and stuff like that is the cold weather. So wouldn't you think the reverse would be the lower times?
I just know in terms of once again the spread of illnesses and viruses or things that contagious things.
Yeah.
Normally cold weather climates it kills it keeps it contracted or it keeps it compressed, I guess.
Yeah.
But as opposed to warmer climates where things spread. But I mean, hey, if that's what this study is, I'm not the scientist.
I hope it is. But that's another conversation though in terms of the coronavirus.
Absolutely.
That's my 2 stories, man. I don't owe you guys nothing.
All right. Yo, so I got one from Brooklyn. A young man by the age of 20.
I seen it.
You seen that?
Oh,
yeah, I just got wind of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that joint hurt me, bro.
Word. So like a 20-year-old named Fitzroy. Let me see, Fitzroy Gale. He was caught in the park smoking a little joint. So they say allegedly, and he was brutalized, man. They ran down on him. He was first observed by unmarked or off-duty officer, plain clothes, and he hemmed them up to begin with, and excessive force, like
ridiculous.
They put him down. They had him on the gate. First of all, a lady, just a bystander, was recording. And luckily, somebody stood around and said this is wrong. The kid was just like, man, what did I do? He was like pleading for the officer to let him go, you know what I'm saying? But by the time the other authorities pulled up, it was over,
Yeah.
Once they get in a bunch, they act like they have no sense. We talking about a 20-year-old scrawny kid, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was heavy. That was heavy for me.
Yeah, it was. Somebody forwarded me the video. I be off my Black Power joint. I'm like pro-black, and I don't care. I tell you. And somebody sent me the video, and I was feeling some type of way for multiple reasons. First of all, I'm not a fan of when incidents happen, you sitting there recording it.
Right.
But when it's stuff, situations like that, where you see someone in trouble, like, with law enforcement, definitely take out the camera because that could help them.
Yeah.
Now, he hemmed him up on the gate. It didn't take that amount of officers to bring him to the ground.
Not.
He's screaming.
Absolutely
like,
not.
yo, I'm hurt. Yep. You hurting me.
They had a
like,
taser out on him and everything,
Like, that just is.
It was like ridiculous.
I was feeling some type of way. I ain't gonna stop.
Yep.
Word up.
Yep.
That's a good story.
Yeah, so shout out to him. I mean, y'all should definitely go ahead and look into that because that's going viral.
You see, I'm quiet.
That's going super viral right now.
I'm not even aware of it, so I didn't speak
on
it.
It's that black against blue.
Police misconduct, though, is something that I'm not strange to. So, like I said, I'm going to do my homework first. Though.
Right on.
Well, my news story today is I had to whoop my son ass today at the school, man. This motherfucker, he did some bullshit. So yesterday, I gave him a break. Yes, I picked him up yesterday. My bad, PG-13. I picked him up yesterday. Matter of fact, the teacher called me yesterday. I picked him up at 3 o'clock. He called me like at 2:14, 15 or something like that. Could you come pick him up? And I'm like, all right, it was like 45 minutes left. I'll be there. I get there, they got my man all the way to another class. I'm like, all right. So I talked to him. I'm like, listen, I talked to his mother friend. I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, how do you advise me to go to this? I just
this is the younger one or older one?
No, this is Norris.
No.
Me,
Younger one. This is the young one, people.
Yeah. Me, so I asked his mother for suggestions because me, I'm gonna whoop his ass. You want to be like that in school? I'm gonna whoop your ass. So I was, don't hit him, this and that. You gotta talk to him so you know better. All right, cool. I did that.
Right.
So then I go pick him up. I'm on the phone with y'all fellas. We on a conference call. Y'all heard the shit. He's on some nut. He's nut time again.
Yeah. What I tell you?
The talk didn't work.
What I tell you?
Piper down, man. Then I'm gonna tell your mother what I did to you after I finished whooping your ass.
Yeah,
you feel me?
yeah.
PG-13, pardon me.
It's father. It's father.
You know what I mean?
Stuff,
and I felt bad doing it. You know what I mean? Because it was one of them ass whoopers, but it was one of them.
It's gonna hurt me.
You know what I mean? Put him in the house
with his chest.
It hurt
Sit him
you.
with his chest.
All
Put him in
cardio.
the
All
everybody
cardio.
do.
Word.
It hurt
Honestly,
you more than it
really
hurt
do.
him.
That's my
Yeah.
man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How old is he, Skinny?
He 4.
Okay.
He be 5 July 17th.
Damn, he getting that work at 4?
Yeah, that's something light, but he gotta learn though. You know what I mean? He gotta learn because he, you know what I mean? Shit, if you could take it, dish. You know what I mean? If you could dish it out, take it.
Yeah, facts.
Early with me, man. We gotta learn, man. One way or another, man. That's gonna lead to the topic of today's show too.
Yeah.
Another little, little segue in it.
Yeah,
Okay. All right, well, let me go ahead and get my news story out the way. Once again, I'm not usually big on the mainstream, but just to update the people with the, I guess it's relevant to me because the Democratic nomination.
Yeah.
Good old
Biden.
Well, not Biden. Well, Biden is one of the guys still in it.
Okay.
Shorty.
We got Biden. We got Bernie. Miss Elizabeth Warren. She just bowed out earlier today.
Did she? Okay.
She did. Before
going hard,
her though, Mike Bloomberg, who is the adopted Democrat, if you want to call it that. I don't know how he was playing, but he bowed out and he actually is
changed his
endorsing.
mind.
Well, at some point it was costly. You know?
Oh, Bloomberg?
Hey, yo, let me tell you
He's
something.
costly. He's a billionaire.
Yo.
At some point you ain't gonna just keep wasting money.
Nah,
if it don't
listen.
make sense. But he's endorsing Biden, so he gave his endorsement to Biden, and the Trump, not to no pun intended, but the Trump card is Elizabeth Warren has not yet given her endorsement. So at some point she might hold out. Meaning you seen Power where Tate told him, listen, the only way I'm going is if I get this role, that role, or this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So she get to play her Trump card at this point. Whereas either I need a vice seat.
Yeah, she can still
I need
get a little role.
A seat in Congress, or I need, what I'm saying?
Because she was running after a lot of them states that potentially was red.
Yeah, so
You know what I'm saying she was winning them over to the blue
so that's
side,
where we are in the Democratic.
Yo, they put the numbers out.
We would hope they pick the right candidate. Somebody got to do it. I don't know if either one of them two, if either one of them guys really got it, but
not to go too far off, but why is it that when somebody runs, usually they don't run again the next year, the following year, like Clinton, Hillary? Why is she running again? Do anybody know? You usually don't see him running consecutively like that.
So Bernie ran last year, and so did Biden.
Did
Biden and
They both. No, neither one of them. Well, they did. They both. Well, not last year, but last campaign.
He did?
Yeah.
Last run, yeah. They both did. Neither one of them made it through the primaries, or they weren't the Democratic pick. Hillary was. I believe Biden actually lost to Hillary.
But yeah, that's what I'm more so
Bernie
saying. The
didn't
ones
make it
that be in the, I'm saying, like the finals, they don't come back in.
Well, both of these are two that are back. They're the lesser of the evils. A lot of people ain't really into Biden right about now. He got a lot going on. Bernie is Bernie. They all flip flop. They politicians. They tell you what you want to hear.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
they're the lesser of evils.
Yo,
honestly.
they put out the amount of money that Bloomberg spent on his campaign.
To flip flop to make it seem as though he's a Democrat.
That's a tax write off for Bloomberg though, man. Bloomberg don't give a fuck about none of that. Pardon me. He don't give a
Yo,
he's a
acting
multi-billionaire.
nutty,
kind of bag.
ridiculous. In California alone, 72 mil. I think Alabama.
Tax
He
write-off.
was
he was
acting
spending his
It
own
was
money.
like
That was
over.
the thing about Bloomberg.
Yeah, that was his.
He
bread.
wasn't getting donations.
That was his
or
bread.
campaign.
What is he spending
He wasn't
these
getting campaign.
He
dollars
probably spent like
on?
200.
Promotion,
marketing,
radio,
Yeah,
TV
all of
ads,
that.
slander campaigns.
Hating, right.
hating.
Hating.
If he could spend 72
He was
mil,
running memes.
That was just in California.
if
Like,
he
he
could
was
spend
running
72
memes.
mil in Cali and he don't get elected,
he didn't.
how much money do I need to spend to get on?
Nah, brother.
You
It's a
understand
whole
what I'm saying?
It's a whole different ball game.
God,
It's a whole different ball
bro,
game.
like,
Yo,
so what
he
are we talking
plays.
about here?
Before we get too far off topic,
Only thing with us,
moving on to the
We're
next
gonna get on
segment.
with that.
Moving on to the next segment. So this week,
Yeah.
WTF? Who the F?
Yo, y'all been cursing all day. Now you want to try to bleep it out.
WTF? Listen, we know it's who the F.
The editors, man. The editors.
So I'm gonna get them YouTube dollars. I don't know about y'all. WTF? So this could have went either way, as the good brother Skinny said. But I gotta give the WTF to the New York Knicks and owner James Dolan. So, like I said, this could have went either way. Spike, you was this close. But looking at the current state of affairs, knowing where the New York Knicks stand in the standings, knowing where you've been over the last, what is it, a 50-year anniversary since the last chip coming up? Knowing where you've been in the league, knowing that you have people like Drake that's out here brand ambassadoring, I don't think the Toronto Raptors give a God's honest truth what door Drake walks in. I don't care, you know what I'm saying, what y'all got to say.
Or what parking space he takes.
What parking space, what he does when he's in the... Drake is actually on the floor interacting with players.
Where's his bomb?
The NBA had to ask that man to chill.
Where's his bomb?
So how dare y'all alienate the number one, the most notable, the most recognizable fan that you had
in New York?
I don't care what you got to do to make it work. Y'all say that Spike came in through the employee door. Y'all needed him to come in through the regular VIP like everyone else.
Hey, yo, Spike ain't want to take pictures.
Listen,
You was there.
Understand.
Spike ain't want to take a picture through the VIP
This is at the
line.
Barclays. This is at the Barclays.
The
Spike, he
Barclays.
didn't want to be seen in the Barclays. Maybe
Man,
I don't
want to hear that.
Spike is
am
MSG.
Mr. Barclays.
I am Mr.
Spike
Barclays.
is
You know,
Nah,
and
this
he
Mr.
is
Barclays?
Mr.
It's
MSG.
different, though.
And by the way, if your guy smells something,
So-
that was me.
So I don't care. Once
Word,
again,
my God. Yo.
I don't care
I
if
gotta
y'all
keep it
have to make Spike an honorary employee to be able to come in through that entrance. You do what you got to
Yo.
do. You make it work, and you keep it pushing. But for y'all to tell Spike that he has to come in through another entrance like everybody else, and to stand on it, how dare who the do you think y'all are?
Facts.
And then I heard James Dolan
I ain't
came
gonna
to
hold
my
you.
boy at halftime to say, "Hey Spike, I mean, do you understand? Do you,
Yo,
no, I
Spike-
don't understand. I've been coming through this door for 20 some odd years.
arguing.
Fuck all that. I spent $10 million.
Yeah.
He spends $300,000 a year on those seats.
But
Spike,
even-
come in through any door you want.
Hey, yo, but
We're gonna make it work for you, Spike. I feel like
killer-
Stephen A. This is egregious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
This is asset 9, asset 10, asset
so
11.
the WTF goes to the New York Knicks, your entire organization, top to bottom,
Facts.
and the owner that we can't get rid of. Fire Dolan.
How you gonna fire Dolan?
can't fire your own team.
Fire the owner?
Give
probably
up
gotta
the
get- he probably
team.
gotta
However
get-
you got to do it.
Get voted off.
But y'all know
by,
what's
like,
going on.
the
And I'm a
rest of the
diehard
league.
New York Knicks fan, so this pains me
He's
to
gonna
see
die
this,
hard.
to hear this. And Spike, you was this close.
Mark.
But the WTF, New York Knicks,
Yeah.
y'all deserve it.
They sold the least amount of seats the day after too.
Y'all deserve it. Y'all deserve it.
That's crazy.
So listen, so like
See
I
that?
said,
You see how
Y'all
things
sold
are correlated?
the least amount of seats in history the day after.
Yeah, exactly.
You see what's going on?
It's
you
a
see what happens when you
serious
play
correlation.
with the real New York, when you play with the fans. Don't play with us, New York.
It
Don't
ain't
do that.
even around
Oh, by the
New
way,
York.
like I
Playing with
said,
black people.
not to go off topic. Like I said, I am Mr. Barclays. I really meant that. Like if y'all ever want to go to the Barclays Center and y'all want to go see LeBron and them play, me and my man, we LeBron know us. LeBron know he was screaming like a hoe. LeBron, you screaming like a hoe. Like that nigga.
I was screaming
You was
like a
screaming
hoe?
like a hoe, bro.
Are you serious
He's
right
LeBron
now?
with that nigga like, yo, what's up with you, bro?
Are you
Some
serious right
discipline.
now?
Hey,
I'm gonna let my man. He got young
Give me your
kids.
seats.
He has young kids, so I'm gonna let him stand on that nonsense he talking.
Give me your seats.
It's all right.
Yeah.
I'm cool where I'm at.
Nah, but all good. But nah, honestly, all right, all those aside, like we got a real dope topic today, right?
Definitely.
All right, and today's topic is based on manhood, right?
Yeah.
All right, so listen,
The current status. of
the current status of manhood. So my first question to the panel is, and to the fellas is,
We
right?
digging deep.
What is manhood, right? First and foremost, it's a 3-part question. What is manhood?
Yeah.
Can manhood be achieved?
Mm-hmm.
And if it can be achieved, can it be taken away
Or given.
or given? I'm gonna start with you, Killer.
You want to start with Killer?
Yes, sir.
So, what is manhood? To me, manhood is the state in which a boy matures and come to a portion in which he is a man. That means when he can stand on his own too and make all of the right or all of the decisions based off himself, then he has reached manhood. And that's decisions based off family, off life, whether it's a job, opportunity, school, and things of that sort. When he is making those decisions, then he has become a man, and he has fell into that. And if he's holding his own, So that's manhood. Can manhood be achieved?
May I? Can we?
Sure, go ahead,
So
bro.
I just want to interject because I noticed you're saying he. That
We ain't get that deep. I know you.
No,
going
I
with it.
just want to
We
ask
gotta get on it as
As
it's coming
is,
out.
I can't.
Okay.
I can't
Can't
get
wait
all
to
the
the
way
end.
All right,
so
go ahead.
I gotta ask you:
Go ahead.
does manhood have to include genitalia or gender? Should I say?
Yes.
Do you have to be a man to experience or to take part or partake in manhood?
Yes, I believe yes. And anybody could jump on this, even though it's my question.
No, I'm gonna let you get back to it. I
No,
just had
no,
to
I
make
know,
sure I was
'cause I
clear
know
on
he-
that.
No, the fact that you're saying, yeah. Can you also repeat what was manhood for me one time? What did you conclude manhood was exactly?
Sum it up.
It's the
'cause-
it's
go ahead,
it's
sum
the
it up.
portion where you a man, a boy,
Mm-hmm.
have matured enough and got to a position where he is making his own decisions about about his life, and those decisions dictate currently, past, future. It's when he's holding his own, man. He's a man, like
Okay.
that's manhood. Like he's had sex, he's did, you know what I mean? Whatever, like he's experienced life to a portion where, all right, he could be out here on his own.
Now I follow you, but nothing in that describes
Yeah,
transgender or
Yeah.
anything not being able to fall under those guidelines that you just stated.
It doesn't.
So-
It doesn't. However, I mean that's a very broad definition that I gave. But when we get specific
In
in
your
regards
words,
to
this is in your
yeah,
words,
in
so
my
there is
words,
no
yeah,
wrong.
because I'm gonna leave it broad.
Right.
There's no
It's
wrong.
very broad in my words, but when you get into actual being a man, that's where you know what I mean. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying. We really break down the two words, man and hood. You know what I'm saying. You have to be a man to go through manhood or experience what that is. You know what I'm saying. You know, like even on the flip side, if it's a womanhood, I believe
It's
in
the
order
same
to
thing.
even obtain womanhood, you got to get a period, shorty. Like, you
Exactly.
know what I'm saying? So to be a man, I mean, manhood, you have to be a man.
Right on.
When you say period, were you talking menstrual?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna leave that alone. Because I was just telling the female earlier that I've come across that the menstrual is not necessarily natural. It's something that's based on diet. It's not necessarily a process that women have to go through.
The
But I'm gonna
bleed-
that's
the
a
bleeding
whole-
process?
That's a whole nother. We're not gonna get into that.
That's
right now.
deep, but
we're
I'm-
not gonna
I'm
get into
saying-
that right now.
Brother, every woman that I know,
Listen,
bleeds.
hey, well,
it's supposed to bleed.
okay.
But as you said, that's another topic.
Hey, yo,
Another day,
Let me get you. Let me get your spin on it.
I'm saying it was a 3-part question.
No, I'm
though.
talking about the.
I know what you're saying.
Okay, I got you.
Go
I got you.
No, we're gonna get to your next part.
All right.
We just
Oh snap! No, we didn't finish. Please.
no,
Nah.
no, we really got it. Nah,
Okay, let's state it, let's state it, let's state it, let's state it, let's state it.
Okay.
your stance, and then we could go.
All right, let's
Okay,
do
let's
it.
You know what I mean?
All right,
And for me, manhood, like I told you brothers earlier, I want to associate that mostly with age. I want to say that a 13-year-old can, even though he may be on his own, until you're of a certain age, you can't fully say you're a man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go by the American society and drop 18 on them, and that's basically the start of the manhood. So prior to that, until you really reach that, you cannot fully experience or say you're a man yet. Yes, you may be doing manly things and holding your own, like you said, making certain decisions on your own and all that. But until you reach a certain age, we can't quite say you're a man yet. According to American society.
Okay.
Because that's what we living in.
Can I touch that?
Absolutely.
So you got a gentleman. He's 20 years old. He lives with his mom. He plays the video game all day. She washes his clothes. She feeds him. She clips his nails.
She feeds him.
He's not a man.
Is he a man?
He's not a man. That's
Is he?
His nails?
Nah, talk to
my
me.
God,
Like,
that
did
was
he
over the
enter
top.
manhood?
he didn't enter man.
He doesn't
I
work.
think it's for John.
Yo, he doesn't work.
This ain't for me.
Young Prada, please. Did he enter
He's
manhood?
past 18, according to your definition.
Yeah. No. Yeah,
No,
I
but
need to hear this.
like I said, 18 gives you the official start of manhood. You can't just say I'm 18 now. I'm a full grown
Listen,
man.
If there's a threshold, either you can cross it.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a threshold, either you can cross it or you're not across it. Meaning there's no in between. There's no. So once you experience, I guess once you 18, if that's manhood, you're there. There's no I mean, I'm not gonna say there's no. I can't tell you your
That's
definition.
the official start, man. Listen, you can't.
But once you start, are you then in manhood? You're a man, correct?
Yes, but like I'm saying,
So back
once
to the
again,
scenario.
once again, you still have a distance to go. Once you start school, doesn't mean you're a professor. You're a student up to the time you graduate. But in the beginning of your college experience, you're a freshman. You're new to everything. So by the time you're a senior, you have a whole 4 years of. There's actually
Just distinguish the two.
There's
You just said
there's
when you start
levels.
College, you're a student, and when you end it, you're a professor.
no, you're not a professor yet, but you have the
You're on your way.
tools to
You're on your
become
way. You're
a
on your way.
professor.
So
That's
there's
not
levels.
manhood.
There's levels. There's
No,
levels to
I-
this.
this
so
is
hold
what I'm
on.
saying.
Alright,
There's
clear
levels
cut.
to the manhood.
Clear cut.
It's adulthood.
Did he enter manhood? Did that
Please don't
20-year-old
do
guy
that.
enter manhood?
Don't get him nothing.
I'm sorry.
Did he enter manhood?
He said
Yes,
he entered it.
yes,
Yes,
no.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
He entered it, but
He
he's
crossed over.
So you would consider like you would meet him and be like, yeah, you're a man.
No, absolutely not.
Wait, what?
Absolutely
which
not.
one, John?
No, listen, because
confused.
it's levels, like I said.
Okay.
It's levels, brothers. Yes, if I met him, yes, I would say, what, you're 18, you're ready to go to the army? Yes, you're a man. Yes. On the surface, he's a man.
No,
Okay.
I'm
He's
talking about if
turned-
you met him and you knew his mother clipped his nails. She went in his
Okay,
bathwater.
but based off
She-
that,
she still cut the
based
edges of
off
his
that,
sandwich.
he's less of a man.
She still cut
He's
the edges
still
of his
a
sandwich.
man. He's still a man.
Less of a
Nonetheless,
man.
he's
Less
just
of a
less
man.
of a man.
That's a
Okay.
man. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, come on, Skinny, because we got to keep
All
this
right.
rolling.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
two more
yeah,
parts of this
definitely,
question.
definitely.
So for me personally, what manhood is based on perception, reality, and age too. What we perceive, what's reality, and our age.
Explain,
A good brother told
explain
me
that.
perception is reality.
Explain that. Perception is reality?
I've heard it.
No,
That's not true.
No. The perception is not reality.
I walk in this
It can be.
motherfucker.
It can be, but you could perceive me to
Damn,
be
I-
one thing,
oh.
but the reality is I'm not.
In the reality,
You could perceive me to be a killer.
That's what, look, I walk in here.
You could perceive me to
Listen,
be a killer. But
I
the
walk
reality
in
is I'm a
here
nice
with
guy.
4 AK-47s right now with a grid on. Oh, he a murderer.
So you-
but
you-
then I give you my business card. I own a gun store.
Exactly.
Perception versus reality. The
reality.
perception
We're
is
not talking about perception versus reality.
What we
I
talking
said
about?
Perception is reality.
It
so,
is?
So that means what I seen you as a killer. That's what I perceived you as. So that's my reality.
That's your
Perception
okay.
is
All right.
reality.
Okay. All right. All
Perception's
right.
reality.
all right. So I
Based upon yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
Now that's 100%.
Okay.
100% right. 100%.
all right. I got that.
100%.
So, bro,
From your vantage point.
Yeah, he a
100%.
great dude.
100%.
He go home, he probably get your ass in the bathtub.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying.
Nah. You're right. Now you're right. You kind of right. You
Yeah,
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
right.
Hey.
Go ahead. What's your
Manhood. Come on,
manhood?
come on,
What's
come
your
on,
manhood?
come on.
You said the three things. That,
Okay. I said
Perception,
perception,
reality, and age.
and age.
Okay.
Right.
So I
What do
don't.
you
I
mean?
don't. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Elaborate?
so like, all right, so meaning, okay, so manhood, like people perceive manhood as being like you might, I'm like perception. You might see me pull up in the fucking, pardon me, in the Lamborghini. You know what I mean? But the reality is I live with my mother.
This episode. can
That
I be
ain't no
monetized?
man.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't see that
The
as
reality
no
is
man.
I live with my mother.
Right.
So to the world, I'm the man.
You the man or a man?
But I'm the man. Oh, and a man, the man. But if you got a Lamborghini to the world, you're the man.
Amen.
And I'm a man for one, but to the world, to the masses, the dude in the Lamborghini,
Can't wait till he get on.
the dude in the Lamborghini is the man to the masses.
I thought I'm cooking.
We
I
agree?
forgot.
You are.
You're the man.
Cook with you.
You know what I'm saying?
No, absolutely, Skin. No,
You know
I
what I
feel
mean?
that. I
So,
feel that.
like I said, to the world, that's the perception. But the reality is, I might live with my mom.
yeah.
So what part of that is manhood? Which part ain't? Talk to me.
No. What I'm saying is like it's all.
You
perception-
said perception, reality. Which one is what? Is the reality of the manhood? Is the perception
all
of it
three.
the manhood?
All three. And like I said, in my opinion, all three.
Okay,
wait,
well that's his.
Wait,
that-
wait. No, I just need to understand. So wait, if I'm driving a Lambo, I'm doing this. These are the
That's
facts.
reality.
No. Wait. If I'm driving a Lambo,
Right.
but I live with my mother, my car note is 2 months past due. My insurance ain't been paid in 3 months.
Right.
First off,
Wait. There's the perception because everybody thinks I'm on.
Right.
It's perception, right?
Right.
The reality of it is I'm really fucked up.
I could not.
I'm really messed up.
Or
I'm
it
sorry.
cannot be mine.
Wait, so either way,
could be
but
legal,
so what
whatever.
I'm asking you is
Right.
what part of that is manhood? Please elaborate.
No, what I'm saying, what I'm saying is like the perception. That's what I mean by the perception of it. Like when people see people, it's like, yo, this nigga's on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Like, but like.
All right, so what if I'm not on?
I'm gonna use myself. I'm gonna use myself for example, right? I'm gonna use myself for example.
What if I'm not on? What if I'm dropping a hoop? Is that man?
I'm gonna use myself for example. But people see me, right? People might see me in my G-Rod, whatever. I got big rims on my shoes. You know the G-Rod, but they might see me like, damn, bro, winning. But nigga, I'm not winning. I'm trying to make it like you making it, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay,
he just got his food stamps.
So no, what
Exactly.
I think my man Hef is asking you is give us a non-scenario based a way to describe what you think manhood is.
Yeah,
Don't
based
give us
off of your
something
3
that's-
points. Based off of your 3 points.
Based on that, okay.
That's
Standing
so
on your own.
abstract.
that could apply with
Standing on,
almost
being able to provide,
Mm-hmm.
and not only financially, but being able to provide wisdom. Manhood to me, honestly, in a nutshell, is being able to help someone learn off your experience. You know what I'm saying? And to not help them go through something that you've been through already.
I'm 15 and I take you through this Aztec forest that you've never been to. I teach you how to get sap out of the tree. I teach you how to hunt.
Me personally, I've never been through that, but if
I'm asking
I
you.
can tell a 15-year-old not how to go to prison though through my experience.
I'm asking you, if they have the experience and you don't, is that manhood? They're 15. But they got the experience in this environment. Is that manhood?
I mean, it's a part of manhood. It's a part of being a man.
I'm just saying, based on your definition.
But they got the age, he said.
But
I'm asking him. He didn't include age. He just said
I said that
experience.
was the third.
No, it was 3. Age was
Okay,
3rd.
so what with age? Exactly.
Yeah, with
So
age.
they're 15. They're 15, but yet their experience is way beyond yours. Their
Right.
knowledge is beyond yours. Are they, man? Is that manhood?
It's a part of manhood because shit. I mean, it's a part of manhood. All right, let me put the spin like this. All right. Me personally, like I could help a 15-year-old through my mistakes and learn of my experience. Like I could tell you not how to go to prison through my experience. I could show you how to, you know what I'm saying, through what I've been through. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get to the part about which was manhood that's not your experience. What is manhood that's general? What's manhood that has nothing to do with prison? What's manhood that has anything to do with just being a man? Where's the manhood? What's manhood?
Like I said, manhood to me is standing on your principles, taking care of what you got to take care of, and being able to, you know what I mean, provide and all that, but also being able to teach.
I'm asking you, can you do that at 15?
But you can. If you
So
have,
can you experience manhood at 15?
If you possess those qualities, you can.
I think.
So in so many ways, yes.
I
If
think
you
you
possess
can.
those qualities.
I think you can.
Well, I'm just based off his definition. I wasn't even
But
coming
then
at
that,
like,
you know
When I say age,
that
listen, when I say age, I didn't give a specific age.
yeah,
I
that
agree. That's why I
combats
had to ask about the
Jones'
15.
argument, but we're not gonna do that because
We
you
gonna
remember
leave
you got to
Jones'
enter it at 18,
argument.
but we're not gonna do that.
No,
Go ahead.
that's what he said 18. But like I said, everything is on us though.
controversial ain't the word, is opinionated. And at this point, that's what we doing here. But look, your man, he was waiting on this. So I'm gonna give it to him.
I can't wait
He
till
was
he
waiting
drop
on
this
this.
strong.
It's
He
on
was
you.
waiting on this.
It's on bruh. It's on bruh.
So it's funny because I thought I was gonna do something nobody
Got the
did.
notes too.
It's
people.
there ain't notes. There ain't notes. This is literally Google. Because
I actually say it is Google.
Because it's funny because what you said is obvious. You seen the definition.
Wallahi, I ain't
He
look at
definitely
it.
stated he said
Well,
the period or the state.
Look, so
was very
this
close
is the
to
thing.
Webster's.
But
Yo,
when
listen
we,
to me.
When we
Yo,
all
yo, yo.
discussed
That
this
was good.
earlier,
Check this out.
That was good.
when we
then.
all discussed
Wallahi,
this earlier,
I did not Google manhood.
was good,
I did
Killer.
that shit off the top.
when we all
You
discussed
are
this
educated,
earlier,
brother.
we
I tried,
all was
bro.
coming from our points of manhood. We all was coming from our stances and all. Nobody was dealing with the definition,
Right.
right? But I always, you got to remember, so y'all know where this whole conversation came from.
Yeah.
And it stemmed from, for me, it was about, there's a lot of dudes out here who are mannish. They're mannish boys. Meaning to the point where you can't tell them they not grown. Cause either they live by themselves or they drive a car, but at the end of the day, they're fucking children in the mind.
PG.
Because
13.
excuse me. Excuse
My
me.
brother.
My brother, thank you. But when it comes down to it, they're children in the mind. Like whatever it is, meaning we all can be immature at times, but the majority of the time they don't have it. And this is where this conversation stemmed from. So for me, manhood definitely was a cousin, was a sister, was a brother to adulthood. And that's how I seen it. Meaning it almost didn't matter your gender, but after looking at the definition, manhood, you have to be a man.
Let me hit. Let me hit.
You
that.
have to be a man.
Because I did not say. Let
So
me hit
the
that.
definition,
This is a good wrap up.
I want to hear that thing.
Yeah.
you have to be a man. Look, we
Okay.
went all around the board with it when we was talking about it. We're talking
Yeah.
about without the definition. But
Yeah.
Okay.
the Google definition of manhood is the state or period of being a man rather than a child.
Okay.
Boys in the process of growing to manhood. Synonyms: maturity, sexual maturity, adulthood.
Sexual
So
maturity.
in so many ways, your manhood deals with everything we said, everything y'all said. Yeah, being able to take care of your family, being a provider, being security, being all of these things. But literally, it's the process of going from being childish, being a boy, to being an adult, but an adult male.
And it has everything to do with your mental, though.
Everything to do with your
Everything to
mental,
do with your
the
mental.
maturity.
Yeah.
So age doesn't matter for me.
Yeah.
At what point
It
do
don't
you
matter for
start?
me either.
At what point do you level up? That is your
It can
manhood.
happen at 12.
So now we can move into the next question, which is,
Okay.
at what point is it manhood achieved? I think we just established that.
Yeah.
We don't even, we can
We
all
don't need
agree.
to, yeah,
We
if
can all
anybody
agree.
wanna speak on it,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
18
good.
was the threshold for Jones. You still agree? 18?
I mean, listen.
I don't-
Once again, that was just that's
That
on
was
paper.
off
That was
top.
American society.
That's
Like he
American
said, he based it off
society.
American society.
That's
Yeah.
on paper. That's whether
But through
you still
conversation-
acting like a boy or you acting like a man. By 18, you should be getting it right. You
Yeah,
get what I'm saying?
yeah.
You would hope so.
Yeah.
Right.
But we know a lot of people that are.
But okay,
ain't
so
that
once it's achieved, can it be taken away?
All right, so now let's wrap it up.
I believe so.
So if we're talking manhood in terms of adulthood, can it be taken away? Possibly. No, I don't want to say it. I almost don't see how it could. Meaning, if you always about your business, meaning you might not be successful, but you about your business.
Yeah.
You do it to the best of your ability, whatever that
Yeah.
is. Then you're still exhiberating.
Exuberating.
Exhibit.
Exuberating.
Exuberating.
That don't sound correct.
T.I.
but I don't
word.
run with 'em. Exuberating.
Yeah.
All right. You're
Hey,
still
bro.
exhibiting. I'm gonna go with exhibiting. It's all right. You're still exhibiting manhood. So for me, the only thing that could be taken, I guess, would be your masculinity. Your masculinity. At some point, that can be lost, taken, given away.
And I think during our earlier conversations that we were kind of basing manhood
With.
with masculinity. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of our topics and a lot of our answers is manhood versus masculinity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now that we know the official definition
Yep.
of what manhood is, I would have to say, yeah, you can't take away someone's manhood once it's achieved. That's
Damn.
my take on that.
Okay.
Once you get to
Once
that
you
point,
get to that status, yeah.
once you get to that stat, how
that
can
that
you take
mental,
that away from me?
that level of responsibility, that level of adulthood.
Yeah.
At some point, no matter how old I get, so once again, the older you get, you become a dependent of someone again. You start needing help with things. You start, but I can't say that that's taking away your manhood. Once again, it might, you know what I'm saying? It might diminish your character, or it might even mess with your ego.
Right.
If that makes sense. But would it take from your manhood? No, I can't say that.
Right.
Now that you break it down like that, I'm gonna have to definitely. I think I agree. You could get your masculinity stripped.
Yeah,
You
in so many ways.
That's-
Your
hell yeah.
I'm talking about they tap in your
That's
pockets,
mental.
man. I'm talking about in front of your
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
Got you upside down like
Touch
this.
my shit.
got you upside down like this in front of your kids. You
Use
way
me as
less
an
of a man.
example.
And your own kids might try you. Daddy, you ain't say that to him.
Yeah. That's
The D.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Your girl.
Can I chime in real quick? I just wanna
But
ask
of course, go ahead.
Absolutely.
All right, so let me ask you a question, right? With all that being said, right, what you just said,
Mm-hmm.
but you still paying a bill. Say a nigga, I'll Jones come to my house, and if I'm arguing with Jones whoop my head
Violate.
in front of my wife, my kids.
That's definitely going to
my
play with.
mother,
That's going to
everybody.
play with
He
that
whoop my
manhood.
ass.
It's going to take some time. I'm sorry. I'm going to let you finish.
He whooped my ass, fucked me up. But I'm still paying all the bills. Everybody in the house eating, going to school on time.
Yeah.
Everything's still going how it's supposed to be going.
Yeah.
You lost the
payments
fight.
in.
You just lost the
Yeah,
fight, brother.
and I fought him back.
You just
Yeah.
lost the fight. That's it.
I got a couple punches in.
Yeah.
You just lost the
couldn't deal
fight.
with Jones.
You still a man, bro.
Yeah.
I'm still a man.
Yeah.
still a
Yeah,
man.
you're still a
I
man.
agree.
What
I
makes you
agree.
not a man
Yeah.
is if he pull up on your crib and do that shit, disrespect, and you not, and you not,
And you
You
fold
ain't
it.
do nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
folded.
yeah.
Take
You
your
ain't
tab.
do
You curled up.
You tuck
I
your
popped
tab.
on him first, but he just beat
You
the
nah,
shit out of
no,
me.
Nah,
No.
man,
you just lost the
Yeah.
fight.
You're still a man.
You lost the fight.
Do my friends respect me the same?
They have
No,
to.
they
have
should.
to.
You stood up
They
tall.
should.
They have
You
to.
stood up tall.
Listen,
They
you
really
can't
do. They
win
do
every
something.
All right,
fight.
hold
They do
on,
something
hold on,
with
hold on,
you.
hold
can't
on.
win
Let's
every
keep it
fight.
100.
Spoke about.
Let's keep it
can't
100.
win every fight.
Absolutely.
Spoke about
His
a man.
friends definitely gonna be on his heels. Like, damn, bro, you let him do that to you in front of
He's
your
not a real
house.
friend.
Listen,
A loss is a loss.
real
yo.
friend.
Yeah.
That's not a real friend.
You win some, you lose some.
But we
Awesome.
spoke about culture. When we
Awesome.
talk about culture last time, you know if he come back to his block
You
hood and to his
might
friends,
get clowned.
they gonna be like,
Culture is
yo,
culture,
damn,
but
bruh.
individualism is individualism.
You a
Me
clown.
personally, me personally, a nigga can't.
I
fight-
wouldn't do it.
A nigga can't fight my
I
man
wouldn't do it.
while I'm there. Me personally, I don't give a fuck what the situation is. You can't get a one-on-one with my man.
PG.
In terms of
13.
what the brother is saying, I would have to agree. You might get clowns. You might
Yeah,
get somebody that even
definitely.
that might think less of you. But like he said, your man's or anybody that, in my opinion, anybody that rock with you, it's to the point where I'm gonna respect you because you did what you had to do.
Yeah.
Win, lose, or draw. Like
Yeah.
he ain't walking your house and smack your wife on the ass or on the butt and like you said, at some point. All right, you lost a fight. That's not the end of the
it.
world, bro.
That's it. You lost a fight.
He ain't wild
Yeah,
violation when you
that ain't-
tuck your
that
tail.
ain't-
You just let whatever happen. Like
you
that's
just
not,
let the joint
As long as
rock,
you keep your head
do
up and your chest
nothing,
out, nothing else can fail, man. You know,
bro.
that's it.
I personally feel
You still a man,
So,
bro.
so
Yeah,
let me
yeah,
ask y'all
yeah,
this,
bro.
right? Let me segue to the next question, right? So let me ask y'all this: how do y'all feel about homosexuality being a part of manhood?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we thinking deep.
Nah, we digging
question.
deep.
Is it time? Is it time to pay bills? Is it time to pay bills?
Surface. Oh, we
All
live,
right,
baby.
so say no more. So we running.
I know what it's time to
we
pay
running?
bills, nigga.
All right, probably, brother.
Pardon me.
Oh.
We don't
Oh,
pay.
now he got the new.
Say no more.
new
Shout out
camera.
to the new
We
to
just
the
gonna
new
rock
tech.
and roll.
Shout out to the new tech.
Yeah, $10,000.
Shout out to the new tech.
Solid.
$10,000. We stepping out.
$10,000.
The network.
We leveled
Still
up.
gonna shout it out.
Big 10,000 hours, yeah.
So, all right, so let's get into it then. Come on, let's go. Come on. Back to the question. What was it, big bro?
Pardon me, that was another 1738 break, but I said
Gonna need that
homosexuality. How is homosexuality dealt with as a part of manhood? How do you view it?
Does homosexuality alter or affect
Does it coexist?
your manhood?
Right.
That's a very good
So,
question.
So
Now,
once again,
remember,
is the question
Before
right, before
exactly.
we knew the
before we dealt with
actual-
the definition, I'm gonna deal with my answer from that standpoint,
All
which
right.
is my definition of manhood or my
Right.
thoughts on manhood
Right.
and something like homosexuality. So I have to be perfectly honest. I personally do not subscribe to any one philosophy in terms of any ideology in terms of homosexuality is wrong, homosexuality is right. For me, if it works for you, it works for you. You know what I'm saying? Is this something that I partake in, or I guess do I know many people that partake in it? No. That's just being honest. But with that said, for me, does homosexuality have a place in manhood? Once again, I have to be honest, and I would have to say no. Because based on I'm so sorry. Even based on my written definition, I told y'all this. I'm sorry. I said this earlier. Once again, your preference would not determine your manhood. I'm sorry. I was once again. So your preference.
So what's your stance?
So my stance is no. It does not affect.
It doesn't
affect your manhood.
It doesn't
affect
It
your
doesn't
manhood.
affect the fact being a homo doesn't mean you're not a man at the end of the day.
Well,
Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No, that's what you're saying.
No, it's not what I'm saying. You're not gonna put words in my mouth. That's what you're not gonna do. No homo. Fuck it. What's wrong with y'all? So what I'm saying to you is my definition of manhood, even before we dealt with the technical term for manhood, was one who, once again, similar or a cousin of adulthood, was one who handled their business, who was the provider, the protector, the individual who stood on their beliefs and didn't waver. The individual who, once again, is not under the influence or under the rest of any other entity or individual. Meaning, if you're being told what to do, if your manhood is in question, then your manhood is in question. That's just it for me. Once again, if you're the individual that you are, you stand on it, and once again, your manhood to me, which is your adultness, your responsibility, you're taking care of business, your ability to play the man role, because technically it's a role to me. I guess that's my quote unquote original definition of manhood. It's
Right.
a role that's played.
Right.
And if you play that role, I don't care your sex, your gender, your preference, you are partaking in manhood.
Hold on, I need
But
to attack that, bro.
I have to be technical, and once again, I understand that without being a man, you can't be a manhood the same way
Okay.
a woman oh, you can't experience womanhood without being a woman. And I think adulthood is more so.
Did Webster's definition actually say you have to be a man?
It didn't say you have to be a man.
No, because said, in the in old school way of writing, everything was man or he.
Yeah, it was.
It
he
was
or
never.
She.
He,
you saying
get what I'm
it
saying?
Okay.
Yeah. It was never he/she or man/woman. It was always man, because when you're talking about a human being, you just say man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I still don't know if that technical definition is saying you have to be a man. Mm-hmm.
It just says
male gender.
It just says a boy goes from being into manhood, goes from being a child.
Man, that's a damn man.
That's your boy.
But y'all heard my shit. So
I
my
heard
stuff.
it.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Killer. Let me hear what you got, Killer.
Listen, man.
Don't put it on me.
Oh, by the way, Killer Fitness. By the way,
talk
man,
to me.
My boy. Hard left, no homo. Hard left.
Pause.
Killer Fitness. Far left. Killer Fitness.
Yo,
We there with
ask the question again for me, please.
Okay. So the question was homosexuality.
Yes.
How do you coincide that? How does that coincide with manhood?
I agree with some of the points the brother Hefe. However, I'm just a little hazy in regards to that, because one of the things that stands out to me in regards to manhood is being a man and strong, like a man, like, and no disrespect to anybody out there, yeah, but yeah, like being masculine, as well, and a man's man. No disrespect to anybody out there, but at a point where, and I'm talking from homosexuals, if you have a man and they're having sex with men, that's not masculine to me.
Right.
And so for that matter, it's like, you're lacking in the manhood
even the man who's the
I don't care what he paying for.
I
don't care what he
dude on
paying
top.
for.
Your honor is snatched.
I don't care what he paying for.
No,
I don't
even
care if
if
he's
he's
top
ain't
to
even
bottom.
okay,
the
you
top
see-
guy.
I don't. That
Okay.
first, if you receive it,
It's even worse for the guy that's doing it.
Yeah, you.
Cause like, why
I
you
don't
doing that
care.
when you be doing that to a woman?
You dishing that out?
Facts.
Like, what are you doing?
Facts.
Are you dishing
Big
that out?
facts.
What are you doing that for?
So
Guy.
to me, that's when y'all getting my drift.
The guy who's giving it is worse than the guy receiving it.
Guy.
No. I disagree. I think the guy
Hey, the
received it.
disher. Yeah, the disher.
I don't know how this gay shit works,
Nah, look.
but in my mind, the guy that's doing it is even
Chance,
the worst
we
kind
ain't
of
gonna
guy.
get no
We gonna
viewers.
lose all the
We ain't gonna get
sponsors.
I don't know how it
no
works.
Listen, we're all not against homosexuality.
We're not.
Let me be
Nah,
the first to
definitely.
say.
I am, but I'm not. For the sake of my viewers, I'm not.
Salute.
Listen,
Yo, so
To
hold
each
on,
his
hold on.
own.
Y'all get what I was saying?
dishers will be dishers.
Listen. So I feel like the manhood is lacking. If you're a gay man, if you identify as a gay man, then
Your season is over. Look, let me elaborate. Let me elaborate. Listen. Anything, right? In my personal opinion, I was trying to be like politically correct and all that, but I'm gonna just be me, man. I ain't got no time.
Say how you feel.
Anything that has anything to deal with gayness or homosexuality, there's nothing manly about you.
not.
You're done. Like I'm being honest. Like there's like everybody has definitions of manhood, but as far as
What about
like,
the woman who had the operation?
she's done. I mean,
She was born a man.
Where were you born?
Alright.
So let me ask you a question.
Hold on, let him finish his point, then you
let me
hold
ask
your
you a
question.
To answer that
John,
question, like,
John.
I'm gonna ask that question with a question, right? So, right, if
about to
a
ask
straight
everybody.
heterosexual male has sex with a transgender woman, what is he?
He's gay.
And his honor is snatched, whether he knew it or not.
Hold up.
What you mean?
Oh,
He's gay.
you before you tell you.
Yeah, no, get it.
Let me say something.
Yeah.
Bro. We just established on a private conversation, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Me and you and all of us.
yeah,
You two,
yeah. I was there.
that we don't deal with no gayness at all, right?
Right.
Yeah,
But who another person fucking generally has nothing to do with our.
No, I don't care about that.
So
I don't
listen,
care.
Listen, if a man taking care of his partner, right, his bills, his mama's bills, and all aspects of winning, doing everything he's supposed to do as a man should.
Yeah.
Because the principles that you described.
I mean,
Listen,
that's
bro,
gayhood.
Listen.
That's gayhood.
Listen, the
It's not manhood.
he just made up
The
another.
principles that you just described child as a man
Exactly.
can still
Apply.
can still upheld.
That's very
This
true.
is what I've
But
been
those,
saying.
but listen,
Yeah.
manhood
I
and
know
gayhood
what
has
you're
some of the
saying.
same principles, I guess. I guess.
Listen to me. Yo, no, man is gender.
Right.
That's what man is.
Yeah.
Right? Now hood is
Or
the
the hood of
responsibility.
yeah. What's
The
going on?
development of.
Yeah.
That's what hood is. So, one, he's a man because he still has a penis. Two, he take his responsibility. He met the quota.
How
He's
about,
not masculine.
How about?
But at
how
the
about-
same
So the
time,
masculinity-
How about,
at the same time, you have to realize your honor is in jeopardy.
how about Bruce?
Your
Your
Jenner?
honor is
Hold
always
on,
in
hold on.
jeopardy as a man.
Hold
How
on,
about
Skin.
Bruce Jenner wanting to get his piece back?
Yeah.
Is he still a man?
Nah.
Is-
Nah. We're gonna keep this thing rolling.
Somebody's phone. Technical difficulty, somebody's
They
phone.
wasn't
So,
no
But
technical-
that's neither here
go
nor
ahead.
there.
Go ahead, Mr. With the question.
said,
What's the
how about
question?
Bruce
How about
Jenner?
Bruce Jenner,
Yeah.
you know he got clipped, right?
I didn't even know.
Did he
but
get
I don't
clipped?
follow
He get
stories.
clipped?
I didn't think.
I didn't think-
I
I
don't
heard he
think
got
he
clipped.
got clipped.
Nah, I heard he got clipped.
Okay.
He's still
Somebody
Bruce.
pull it up.
All
He's
right,
Somebody pull
still
it up.
Bruce.
Did
But
Bruce
he
clip?
want it back.
But listen,
What I've heard is Bruce wants his piece back
but let me
Why?
let me tell you something real quick.
because he
Do a whole
he
one
thought it
on
was
one.
green over there and it really wasn't.
Like,
He wanted to listen for real for me. Bruce was chasing that Kardashian fame.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying,
He
and
got
his
it.
little football career wasn't making him
Not
hot
even
enough.
track
I
star.
thought he was a track star.
Don't
Yeah,
respect
yeah.
football, please. He's a track
pause
star.
up, pause up.
Listen,
Yeah.
yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
he got clipped.
Jenner wants his piece back, and I want to know how y'all feel about that
Listen,
in
Nah.
regards to him.
First of all, he did it when he was damn near 70 years old, man. What are you doing, man? you got daughters, man. What are you doing, man? Come on, man. What are you
That
doing?
ain't bad.
Then they gave him woman of the year. Like,
Exactly.
what kind of example was that setting for the youngins?
That's not
Society
okay.
really
And that's the
going.
thing about. That's what I'm saying.
You got a real, and
That's what
you
I'm
know
talking
You know what's
about.
crazy? Look, I'm gonna speak
It's
personally.
so accepted.
I'm gonna speak personally,
Caitlyn Jenner
and you
has
two know.
undergone sex reassignment surgery.
Got the piece. He got his piece removed, and he wants his piece back.
Caitlyn Jenner has undergone
Kate-
sex reassignment.
Listen,
I'm sorry for
This
calling
was back
you
in
Bruce.
2017. This was
Caitlyn,
back in 2017.
Man, his name is Bruce.
Caitlyn wants her
Mama named
piece
Bruce.
back.
He's never
I'ma
gonna be
call him
Caitlyn. And he's never gonna be Caitlyn. I'm telling you, I'm that guy. He's never gonna be Caitlyn in my
Bruce
eyes.
Caitlyn Jenner wants his piece back.
BC.
All right, but listen. Look, all right, look. I'm just look, man. Look,
Nah,
it's
I'm with
crazy.
you, Skinny.
No,
I ain't
real
gonna
talk,
hold
Nah,
you,
man, because
bro.
it's like,
I
all
really
right.
I ain't gonna hold
because we said a man could, right. So it was a man. He had to be a man 1st.
Mm-hmm.
By technical definition, you have to be a man 1st. You have to undergo a certain lifestyle change or
Transition.
transition.
A transition.
Your
Yeah.
mental transition has
Yeah.
to go from boy to man.
Development.
Exactly. So Bruce
Maturity.
did have all of these things. He along the line when he
Caitlyn.
actually. Caitlyn, he Bruce turned to Caitlyn, and he wants to go back to Bruce.
I think that
Can
was
he
more
still, is his manhood altered, changed, or
his man was
Still
stripped.
intact?
He's stripped. He's
Yo,
stripped. He's a
man,
woman.
once you get
How
that
could-
thing stripped, ain't no coming back.
So
You're done.
according
Ain't no
to
coming
You can't
back.
come back, bro.
according
It's
to
over.
my definition,
Not to cut you off real quick. Let me. Speak
I
on
don't
something.
know what Bruce stood on before Bruce became Caitlyn.
right on?
However, it would appear that Bruce gave up. He threw away his manhood. Even according
Hey, yo,
to
So
my
that thing,
Let me tell you this, right?
that thing in the Indian Ocean somewhere.
I have no. Listen, I
Can't
when
get
I-
it back.
Golf club.
I'm about
his
to make a
manhood.
comment, right? I'm about to make a comment, right? I have a gay
He
daughter.
won
so to
Woman
speak.
of the Year.
I have a gay daughter, so to
It's
speak.
no
That's
way.
heavy.
Right?
That's
I have
You
a
still
lesbian
a
daughter, so to
man.
speak, right?
Hey, yo, the so
And
to
I love her
speak
to
is
death.
bothering me.
No, because when I say no,
Yeah.
when is she's not biologically my child, but she's
Okay.
my child. I've been
Okay.
raising her for
Got
a
it.
long time now. So she's
Oh,
my daughter.
right on.
Yeah.
So she's my daughter. So that's why I
Okay.
say so to speak. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
Talk to
You
me.
know what I mean? I love her to death. I do anything for her. You know what I mean? She's lives with me. I see her every day. We converse. I love her to death.
Yeah.
Like, but in my mind, she will never be my son. You know what I'm saying? Like she, no matter what, yo, can I wear this? Can I wear that? Yeah, you got it. Yeah, do what you do. That's my baby. That's my daughter. You know what I'm saying?
But knowing sis, I still call her sis. So
Right.
does she identify as a boy? She can never
No,
be a sis.
she
Just
can
identify
never.
like
as
a- is she a
can
dyke?
never. She's
Yeah,
a dyke,
she's
so
a
to
dyke.
speak.
I
But
don't
she,
think
but
she
she
identifies
knows,
as a
but
boy, though.
but she
Okay.
knows that. She knows that. I guess it's a mentality. It's
about
a mind
her
thing.
though. It's about what she identifies with.
Listen,
not what you see her as.
But,
Because
and I'm gonna elaborate
perception,
even more. And
once again.
I'm
Yeah, it's not about
elaborate
what
even
you
more.
see her as. Yeah,
Yeah.
she dresses like a boy.
And I'm elaborate
But to
even
her,
more.
she's still a girl.
And I'm elaborate even more. To me, is how I see the gay community and the LGBT community, right? As far as like life, if you think about life, right? if everybody agree with how they look, and not everybody agree, but if the world was on their wave, then there would be no progress.
You say that, but you fail to realize that
you
the
can't
LGBT
produce life.
community
You can't
is not,
produce life
wait
with
a
another
minute.
man.
They're not
A man and a
they're
man
not
can't
telling
produce
you that
life.
everyone has to be
Absolutely.
the same way. They're saying they are the way they are.
And I think the
understand that,
ones
but
No,
But
you know
the
what
way
you're
they
saying.
are-
No. What
And
you're
I-
saying is if everyone was gay, there would be no reproduction. Of course not.
Right.
But they're not telling you everyone should be gay.
No, I'm not
Absolutely
saying
not.
that. But what I'm saying is,
in
when I think about
regards-
them, it's like, damn. If that's more so my thinking.
In
Like, damn,
regards
if y'all
to the
was like, if
women-
everybody was like that, like, damn, do you realize
listen,
there would be
Skip,
no population?
in
my
regards
boy.
to the women
Mhm.
who want to dress a certain way, look a certain way, act a certain way, they're not identifying that they're changing their sex. They're still women at the end of the day.
Right.
But they only want to gain some type of masculinity. You get what I'm saying?
But how do you do that if you're a woman? Or you can never do that.
Yes, no, but they want to push
That's
that
something that
agenda.
you're chasing. You're chasing fucking rainbows. You're chasing stars. You're never gonna get
No,
that.
absolutely. But they're not sex changing.
But
they're
when,
just
when you say they're never gonna get that, if a woman recognizes them as having masculinity or submissive to them or gives them the same principles that they would give a man who has masculinity, or to them, are they not reaching their goal? Do they not? Have they not?
that's all they need.
It's a
That's
me
all they
thing.
want.
This whole
they don't
conversation
want
is
to.
based
They
on the
don't
me
want to
thing,
grow a
though.
piece.
I agree with that.
They don't want
to.
to. They don't want to. They don't want to attach a piece on. They still want to, hug their women and do what they do as women.
But it's,
So
even if they
Some
like,
of them. Some of them. You got a lot
Some
of
of
them.
them, yes.
You got a lot of them that
Some
when
of
it,
'em.
come on, you know how this
They
shit.
still take the
They-
garbage out.
they
They
get
shovel
out
the
with the
snow.
strap on.
So if they're playing the masculinity role, they're playing the role. This
you're-
is what.
But you're playing. You said. But
Listen,
it's the difference
they're
between playing and being in the game.
I just told you they're children. They're
playing.
children, boys who are playing the role of men. So what's the difference?
I got.
hey, yo, I want to
It's
get
all
to that
prep-
next question.
preferential
though,
thing.
So
in
let's
terms
go
of
ahead,
time,
man.
though.
Let's go ahead, man.
No,
Let's
so
go
the
ahead.
next question was basically based on like the eras from the
Different
from
decades
the
and-
decades.
And fellas, I ain't gonna hold y'all.
How
We gonna need y'all
homosexuality
on
was
this one.
perceived. Yes, hell yeah, we need
We're gonna need
everybody
y'all on this one.
How homosexuality was perceived.
No, this not homosexuality, brother.
Pardon me,
Tighten up.
pardon me.
Tighten up.
No,
We gonna need y'all on this. We gonna
No.
need perspectives. We want to hear y'all.
Nah,
So the question, this not about.
eras.
This ain't nothing about homosexuality.
This is
This question
basically-
was strictly
this
about
question-
manhood
this-
and how it has changed
Yes.
over the eras.
Can
You
you-
can pick
can
an
y'all-
era.
can
I'm
y'all
talking
give
about
us-
from the 50s if you want.
Yeah,
We
up to
actually
current,
said
to
we
the
actually
current.
said that we actually said 1980s through the 2000s, 1980s through 2000 against 2000 through 2020. That's kind of how we
So
set it up.
So the tens.
Yeah,
to
2010 and 20 through 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, but versus the 80s through the 90s. However, you can go as far as you want. I'm gonna leave it open.
Yeah, I'm
Meaning,
gonna pop this
was
off.
manhood different
And I ain't
in
go, I ain't
any
gonna
one
go
of them
crazy 'cause I want
eras
everybody to
than
take it.
what it
yeah,
is
yeah.
I want everybody to
now?
get a little bit of piece of this.
Yeah, yeah.
Was
But
manhood different
I just give the
at any
people
one of them eras versus what it is now?
yeah, I give the people a little example. So the beginning of the let's say maybe start in the 50s because I could date back to the 50s up to now. The attire we wore, men came out the house formal every day.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
60s.
That was exactly. We probably up to the 70s.
Sharp.
The drug dealers, if you can remember, the Frank Lucas, they came out the house
Suits,
suits.
suspenders.
Yes, and that was what
Hats,
they do.
fedoras.
That's their norm.
Yeah.
And nowadays, putting a suit on is like what?
Yeah.
Funeral? What? What's going on? What am I getting
Job
dressed for?
interview.
Job. Man, I'm gonna wear these. I'll probably throw some slacks on with a little polo shirt, but I'm not wearing a suit. I'm not. So I know that was one of the main things.
By the way,
main differences.
Not
from,
to cut you off, but that last time I saw you in the suit, bro, we did
Oh,
that
yeah.
video.
Yeah, no, that was pretty cool. That was pretty good.
That was it.
That was
sharp, bro.
By the way, COD on the way,
Words, born.
3/13, 2020. That's neither here nor there, but
Big facts, big facts, big facts.
COD.
Y'all was all sharp that day as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That suit was
Yeah.
fire though.
But okay. So you
No,
you
yeah, I
made
just
your
wanted
point?
to pop it off
Okay.
for
So
y'all.
look, so to that wasn't where I was going, but to comment on that point, I want to say that I think individualism. I think the whole rebel mentality, because you got to understand something. At some point, wearing them suits, being formal all the time, was more so fitting in. It was more so coming into that
The
game.
norm.
It was not just the norm, but you had to be, as a black man in any one of them eras, you had to be the top of your class just to be in the norm of the American class.
Right on.
So wearing them suits was kind of a thing of that era. When we started to get away from them suits, when we started to rebel, which is the baggier pants, the different type of clothes, I'm stepping out how I come. You know what I'm saying? Even Obama's wearing flight jackets and like, so it's more of a, listen, you're gonna accept me as I am. This is how we come. And I think that's more of a current times. We can do that now. We kind of have that mentality of us. We kind of have that aura around us where it's like, we gonna do what we want. The Jay-Z's of the world, the nappy heads, you're gonna see me as I am.
That's the now.
That's the now.
Okay.
So I wanted to say, I think that's a part of the reason why that was the then.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Why
so it was
they-
essentially it was like the culture.
It was kind of what you had to do just to be either
It
out
wasn't
here
had.
or
I
of the
think they
norm.
wanted to.
Yeah,
I
and
think
up
they
to,
wanted
you
to.
can't tell me up to Frank Lucas
They wanted
time
to.
era, they still had to do that because at
No,
that
they
point
wanted
they
to.
could have did what they wanted. Because from the 70s to 80s, that wasn't much of a difference, and them young cats was coming out, Gucci down that, but then they start freaking stuff, and Frank and them could have did it too. There was some regular dressing cats back then in the 70s as well. I think, like you said, the individualism did help it, but I think once it got closer to the 80s, yeah, it just flipped. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
When crack
Fashion
came,
does that.
exactly.
Fashion does
crack
that.
came out. That's when it flipped.
Crack did come out.
Since we seen the explosion of hip hop in 1979, the transition.
Yeah.
On what we
Hip hop
do
had a
in
big
school.
influence.
Shout out Louis
And
J.
drugs.
Right.
Hip hop had a big
So
influence
I
on dress.
I think the way we dress in our communities is from 1975 to 1985 is going to be different than how we perceived on TV screen.
Yeah.
Right.
I think you're getting it confused from times period that we actually seen and know of because we obviously we wasn't living in the 50s.
Right.
So we can only go off what we seen in the old clips. But
Absolutely.
I honestly believe that niggas was wearing jeans and white t-shirts.
It
with
was.
just different. There was Michael Jackson in it. You get how Mike was.
Nah,
dressed?
Bell bottoms and
It's different
yeah.
little wave.
was
It
different.
wasn't.
So I just think that
Your
But
Levi's,
that's what
your
the fashion
dungarees
is
was
now, though, because fashion.
it don't make sense if he worked at a warehouse in 1950 for him to go out
running around with a suit.
in khakis.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
feel me? Now that they go to manhood, I personally believe that nothing you wear really says much about who you are once we speak to you. Now, like I said, perception is reality. So once I see you, how you dress is who you are. But until we speak,
How
Absolutely.
you dress? A lot is a calling card.
Yes,
It
absolutely.
if a woman I had a conversation with somebody in the club this past weekend.
Yeah.
Right, the jury and all this made people think that I was somebody that I may have not have been. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
So you saying
the
perception?
conversation with me made you say, well, maybe he is, or maybe he not. You know what I'm saying? So you leaving with my calling card, opposed to just something you saw. Now, when you have a conversation with me, I'm tangible. Because I can see you all day. It's one thing for you to see me. Y'all seen me several different times before this. But until you have a conversation with me,
You don't really know how I'm on it.
who I am,
Absolutely.
You just go by what you perceive.
Absolutely.
Speak, and then I tell you, oh, no, wasn't like the same dude as me. He go to bed and take care of his kids just like I take care of my kids.
That's right.
So I think that's what distinguishes what manhood is. But in different times, it was different places, like you just said. So it wasn't many men from 79 to 98 really inside their children's lives because of the drug era, because of the music we listen
epidemic.
to, because of the movies we watch, because of American culture, what they did to the black man. So I think in those times, if we gonna stay between these
Because of work
times-
too. You can't forget
Yeah,
that.
because
We
of
just
work,
had to work.
Right. We
Couldn't
was-
be home as much as we wanted
Right,
to.
we wasn't represented in the household as much because of work, because of drugs, because of the community, because of what we had to provide and what lack of information.
What's that? A
we
catch-22? Where you damned if you do, damned if you
Yeah,
don't.
pretty
Right,
much.
right.
So if the brother didn't go to work, if he wasn't out busting his hump, you know what I'm saying, to bring some bread in, you're a
Yep.
bum, you're a deadbeat.
Yeah.
But when you out busting your
You
hump,
don't
trying to
spend
get
no
the
time with
chicken,
the family.
now you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Can't win.
You ain't.
Can't
I had to come in terms with too, like disloyalty with your woman. So you might not got time to come home as much, but you putting that bread up, but you fucking other bitches.
Listen, I so much understand
Yo,
that.
let's get back.
Condemn
Hold
no
on.
man. I live, you know what I mean? I don't condemn no man,
Yeah.
judge no man.
Yeah.
But honesty is honesty.
Yeah.
And real is real. And me being real to you, it's no different from me being real to a woman that's bringing some bread in this household.
That's fact.
So conversations between me and you and perspectives are totally different. Yeah, this the household I supposed to help lead, but this is my backbone.
Yeah,
You hold
and
me
you,
up, and then I dunk the basketball.
Yeah.
So you hold me up because you holding me up. Maybe
Yeah, I could put the point.
Shout out to Louis J.
Yeah,
I like that analogy
That
too.
was clean.
That's a fact.
Yeah, let me jump into this. So the times definitely different, you know. And I was gonna go into the slavery days and all that. I'm not even gonna do that. But if you just look at the man, 60s, 70s, 80s, they were men. Like it was like strong. They groomed their boys up, and they were men. Versus what's accepted now. You are likely to see every third or fourth guy you encounter with a pocketbook on or something feminine, something that men wouldn't do. This one's a little different. Hypothetically, back in the 60s and stuff like that, they didn't wear earrings. Men didn't wear that.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Because the Isley
Hold
Brothers, what
down.
era was that?
They progressively they start
Because
getting
it was
one,
it was a lot of super freak. It was a lot of wild stuff back in that day, brother.
but that was not portrayed. That was something seen as something very feminine.
Yeah, but the masses wasn't wearing no
They
earrings.
wasn't. They
Nah, you're
wasn't.
right. The masses wasn't.
All right. So, you know, when you get into what's accepted today, these young jokers are wearing, don't get it. I got some Euro cut, you know what I'm saying, jeans. They not all baggy. I ain't living in the 90s and 2000s right now, but they literally are wearing leggings. You gotta unscrew your nuts to get them. Like, not only that, they wearing crop tops, they wearing purses, and it's not just them. I mean, if you look at fashion. Fashion is feminine for men.
Yeah.
They got dresses for men in Gucci. It's like, what are you doing?
Yo, the
That's not
affordability
manly.
of the TV, the tube, you know,
Like-
it commercialized a lot. It persuaded a lot of
It's
different
not
things
okay.
along the years.
Yo, the
you know
one
what I'm
thing
saying?
though, I just want to point, and I want people to get to it. I feel like mainstream purposely put feminine black men on a screen to break us down. I really feel like that. If you watch these shows, they are quick to put the camera on a flamboyant, you know, homosexual man, colored man, and you know, let him go off. They love that. They really love that. And
Well, how else do they get in the homes?
Well,
if they don't put it on TV, man, that's the easiest trick in the book.
Beyond that, though, so I think that's kind of like black on black crime. You know, you're gonna highlight black on black crime, but that's really one of the things the way it's just black people kill black people, white people kill white people. You kill what's in your vicinity, not what's your race. So we notice the black guys who wear dresses because we're black. It's what we watch. But you always had the Miss Doubtfires. I'm pretty sure there's more. I can't think of them because I don't really subscribe to too much of that.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they was wearing dresses too. That's just, once again, I don't know if that's the overall agenda, but I will say that that's just, you know, it's a brand of TV.
The comedians been doing stuff like that.
yeah,
So what I'm saying is it's highlighted when it's our black. But that's the things, the stuff that we watch, we tune into. Like I said. So I mean, you know, I think that's one of those. It's a little tainted. You got to put that in context.
Yeah. But
what up, Skinny?
anybody else have something to say on this?
Nah, shit. I'm
Bro, they
So I ain't
listen,
speak
my
on the era.
G.
I ain't
Oh,
give
go
my
ahead,
point.
go ahead. I thought you did.
So I ain't speak on the errors. I just brought it in. I made a point. But as far as the errors, like I said, for me, you know, we spoke on this earlier, and you know, we kind of seen the picture of our Nas versus they Nas.
Like,
Nas versus Lil Nas X.
Queensbridge
And
Nas versus
Lord have
Lil
mercy.
Nas X.
It is no contest. No, oh my God.
Yeah, that's our Nas over
Y'all
there.
can see this. It's no comparison.
So you know, when you look at it from that standpoint, and I played devil's advocate in this one, which was, listen, not everybody in the 90s was thugging. Not everybody in the 90s was, you know what I'm saying, rocking Carhartts and coming baggy. You still had the Dennis Rodmans of the world. You still had certain individuals that was pushing the envelope. You're always gonna have that. Because once again, that element, that aspect of life has always been there and it's always gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was closeted, whether it was hidden, it's always been there. And all I'm saying is, you know, now it's way more accepted. It's, you know, we understand it more. We tolerate it, whatever term you want to use. And for me, masculinity and manhood has changed. It's been altered. But the world changes. Like view, society, it changes over time. So you would almost understand why manhood would kind of adapt and change.
Certain
the
things
times.
shouldn't change. Certain things like that shouldn't change. You are true in what you're saying. I just think so. You said certain people pushing the envelope back in the day. That's true.
Always.
So let's just put in a number. Say it was 3%. Now it's like 43%. Like it's a crazy jump. It's crazy out here. Like some of these little jokers, man. I'm like, yo, what are you doing, bruh? Like, but hey, man, I ain't here to judge him.
Teach us song.
Nah, me personally, to touch on the subject and the topic is like, man, shit, like PG-13.
PG,
I'm sorry,
yeah.
pardon me.
Oh, we blew this one.
Oh yeah, we definitely blew. Editing though. But yeah, it's nasty, man. From the 80s to the 90s to the 1000s. I remember back in the day, if you was gay, like and like coming up in my growing up, like you were done. Like your season was over.
Yeah, you
like-
got it?
Like if you were
Yeah,
gay,
you got it.
like,
You got it? Yeah, all right, dope.
Oh, I got one.
Nah, he got it.
like to be gay,
He said it
like
before you. My
I
bad, go ahead, bro.
what's going on?
Nah. Let's do it.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Nah, like to be gay growing up when I was like Hart Middle, East Orange. I'm from East Orange. You start out East Orange, right?
And shout out North, man.
Ill-Town.
If you were going to East Orange, Hilltown, probably.
I got tats too, bro. Like, what are we doing here?
Pardon me. You know what I mean? But
Ashy is a
Pass my man some lotion.
but all those aside, is like if you were gay back in the day when I was coming up, it's like, bro, what are you fucking
Exactly. Like,
that's a
What are you
fact.
doing? How are you that way?
That was in y'all era. Now,
Why are you
now,
that way?
now is boys on the cheerleading team. So what y'all saying?
Now-
And that's not acceptable.
the Saint, the
That
Rams.
shouldn't be acceptable.
The Ram have 2 male cheerleaders.
They did.
Like-
what
like-
Rams? Who? Not what Rams?
East Orange Rams.
East Orange. Hot water? No.
No,
No way.
talk about
No
the
way.
Los Angeles.
Give it to me
man.
one time.
NFL. No.
2 times?
No.
3 times?
Nah, bro.
There's no way.
Nah, Pop. Not the
No,
Oilers. Not the Oilers, bro.
No way.
Oilers, the Rams, the
I'm
Falcons.
talking NFL.
They all-
my G.
Oh, shit.
Yo.
Name a team. They all got
Yo.
them.
You said the Rams. I thought you were talking about the East Orange
It's a
Rams.
requirement
That's the
now.
only Rams I acknowledge, bro.
It's a requirement.
East
If not,
Orange Rams.
if not, they call it
You
discrimination.
gotta be sweating this shit. God
Come
damn.
on.
They call it discrimination. It's in the Constitution. So
Yo.
look, man, we ain't gonna go ahead and play with y'all, man.
Yeah.
If y'all want to be a
Pause.
part of the discussion, if y'all want to be a part of the discussion, man,
Very
y'all can
easy,
always hit us up.
Y'all been gabbling with y'all manhood on air
All
all
day.
day.
Y'all gotta chill.
That's all about. Yo,
Yo,
y'all
hard
can
left.
always hit us
Hard
up.
left.
Look, bro, trying to let the people know how they can
We
be a
ain't
part of
gonna
it.
play with y'all.
Y'all can always.
How they can be beneath the surface, man. How they
happening here?
Look,
Yo,
he's
man, if
trying to
y'all
let
want to,
the
if
people
y'all
know
want to be a part
how
of the
they can be
discussion,
beneath
Yo.
the
If
if y'all got
Yo,
any
actually,
comments,
yo.
anything y'all want to chime in,
Hold on, Hefe.
btsdigging@yahoo.com.
And we want to
First
shout
off,
out 10,000 Hours the network.
You
my
already
boy
know.
Louis J.
You already
Move
know.
Money
Shout out.
ENT first and foremost.
Killer
Definitely.
Fitness.
Everything.
You know what I'm
Killer
saying?
Fitness.
VIP.
Yeah.
Hey, remember when you
King
call
Crab
when
Boys.
VIP junk removal, you gotta say BTS for that
For
You
discount.
gotta
For
say
that discount,
BTS.
you gotta get it.
If you fuck
You
around
gotta
with
tell
King,
them.
look, King Crab Boys.
PG-13.
Look, right? I'm about to get us some shit.
Jizzle.
They look.
My
On,
nizzle.
holla them on no. I don't know the address on Norwood, but they at the church on Norwood. As soon as you rock off
South
South Orange
Orange
Avenue,
Avenue.
South Orange Avenue in Norwood.
Friday,
right on the
Saturday,
corner.
and Sunday.
Yep.
Holla at say BTS, or you can and you'll get an extra discount if you say Skinny Man Flogger. Tell her Hottie.
So I'm gonna leave y'all with the final thought. I'm gonna leave y'all with the final thought. I'm gonna leave y'all with the final
He's
thought.
grimy.
So
the final thought today is
if
being
boys
a
don't
male.
learn,
Listen, so being
boys
a
don't
male
learn.
is a matter of birth. Being a male is a matter of birth. Being a man is a matter of choice. Edwin Lewis Cole.
Talk.
oh well, we're gonna leave y'all with multiple final thoughts today. It's obvious.
Skinny Man
It's
Flogger.
obvious.
With a straight face.
If hold on,
Yeah, I'm going after you too.
Go ahead.
if boys don't learn, men won't know. Douglas Wilson.
Okay. To be or not to be.
Nah, real shit. And I want y'all to think.
Nah.
I don't want this to go over y'all head. A big cat to scratch you, but getting a little pussy, never hurt.
Hey, yo, everybody subscribe to BTS.
BTS.
Prada Jones
The
underscore. I'm everywhere.
Beneath the surface
Killer
show.
God finish.
I want
Beneath
to
the
get
surface
off.
show. Skinny man.
Beneath
Flocka,
underscore the
BTS.
underscore
Yo.
surface underscore show.
By the time y'all look it up, you'll gonna see me
14
right
And we
there.
getting
underscores.
better too. We
14
getting better
underscores.
too. And we getting better too. Each show we getting better, man.
Hey, yo, listen. I just realized.